Thank you for your time.
It's all right. Pleasure.
You are very busy. I was
Yes.
browsing through your Facebook website and I found several things you're doing right now. Of course, you're singing, music,
Yes.
everybody knows that. But you also do a lot of acting. I guess the last movie you did was Meet Pursuit de l'Ange.
Yes, that's being edited now. It'll be out towards the end of the year or next year.
So can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your parts in the movie?
We are both guardian angels, and we yeah, exactly. And we're sort of in and out of the movie through the whole movie.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of songs in the movie. Richard is also singing a third sort of jazz number in a nightclub. And it's a sort of very dialogue-driven, quirky British movie. It's a good movie. So that comes out hopefully before Christmas. It may not. It may drift into early next year. We're waiting to see.
Okay, will it be in the cinemas or just on DVD?
Oh no,
Cinemas, cinema
Okay.
release.
Yeah.
And then I think they're also talking to Netflix and people like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's quite a lot of interest apparently.
Yes, you already said it about singing in the movie. You also wrote 2 songs for this movie, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and also for an American movie called Bloody Good Time at House Harker, which is a kind of horror comedy thing
Yes.
through Shoreline. We did 2 songs for that as well.
Yeah.
I do not have that much time to watch movies. Work all the time. Okay, so do you prefer to make, or is it different to make pop songs than songs for movies? Is it different or is it the same? You
It's
sit down
different.
and write? And,
It's very different. Yeah, the movie thing we enjoy doing, but it is pretty slow compared to writing and recording. It's quite frustrating that because you have such a big team and there's so many people on set and the whole thing is like this big machine, whereas when we're recording, there's us and maybe 2, 3, there'll be 4 to 5 people maximum in the studio when we're working. We never have more than that. And so it's quite quick. We like to record quickly. We don't take, hours and hours over sounds because
I think we get bored.
once we've written the song,
I think we get bored quite quickly in the studio. We
we just want to get on and do it.
Yeah.
Some bands, and when we have taken a long time on records or albums, they're the albums that don't do very well. The ones where we just go like,
Yeah.
the ones where we go with like gut instinct, they're the albums that have sold well.
Yeah. And also with musicians, 9 times out of 10, the stuff that you worry about is nobody else will ever hear it, ever.
okay.
So you have to stop yourself becoming obsessive. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I like the Superman t-shirt. Where can I buy it?
I don't know where
Was I in my bloody t-shirt?
So, where can I get one?
I think I just Googled it because I travel so much. I buy really cheap T-shirts online because I ruin them the whole time. So I don't buy expensive T-shirts. It's about €20 or something. So
What was the site though?
But I think it's called. There's one called Amour Rocks, Amour, Amour Rocks, I think, and there's another one, Hitflix or something. But if you put in Superman Diamante T-shirt, loads of shit comes up.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try that.
Yeah.
Right. The magazine is a lot about fashion. So,
Okay.
what's your personal style? Is it
Ooh.
I
a lot
like.
of bling bling like I see right now, or is it just for the camera, for the stage?
No,
We pretty much dress. This is how I dress all the time, pretty
we
much.
dress quite casual off stage. I like Dirk Bickenberg. I've got
Yes.
his shoes right here. I love his shoes and
Cavalli, I like.
Cavalli jeans and Etro shirts. Quite like
I
Etro.
really like Etro. Yeah, I like Etro.
A bit of D squared sometimes. Karl Lagerfeld. Bits sort of more like for like jackets and stuff, What else? I love jeans. I mean, nudie jeans, PRPS. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
And Levi still do great stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we mix and match. Depends what.
As long as it's comfortable, I can't stand stuff. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care what it looks like. If it's not comfortable, I don't wear it. I really can't. There's a pair of trousers that I bought from a company in London called Chitois, which obviously is French, I would think, but they've got a branch in them. And I paid far too much money for these trousers, and they are beautiful, absolutely beautiful leather trousers. But I put weight on. I started to get a bit fat, so I couldn't get them on. And we did a show, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and it's the first time I've managed to get them on because I lost some weight. And they are brilliant, absolutely.
They make great leather trousers.
Great leather trousers.
Yeah.
Maybe
They kind of
it's
like, they look
good
like jeans.
motivation.
It is motivation, right?
Yeah.
And there's a shop we use in London called
Unconditional.
Unconditional. It's quite a good little independent sort of shop, but they have online, and Closet Case in Soho.
Yeah.
So we tend to, because we know these guys, so we go there, and but we
What's
don't.
the name of that other place where all the Japanese guys work?
I don't know.
No.
No. But we don't spend as much as we used to spend a lot of money on clothes or for stage, but we just don't anymore because you waste a lot of money, and we used to change for every interview and have stylists, and we just don't do any of that stuff. We look after
We
ourselves.
are more than about clothes, aren't we, Fred?
Not really.
No, we're not.
You should ask them for free clothes because
We do.
we used to.
We used to.
advertising for them. So what happened to the
now
tight
it's
black leather jeans?
I love leather trousers.
Yeah.
If they're, but the good thing about Gitois is they cut them so they look like jeans.
Yeah.
They don't look like leather trousers.
Very cool.
They're very cool, yeah.
Okay, but now back to your projects because
Yeah.
you also have a new album coming.
Yes.
Next year. Yeah.
Yes,
Next year.
I see in my notes you're working on the new album at the moment.
Yes,
Yes.
we are. We're recording in London, and we've got an autobiography as well. So the album and the
That's my
autobiography.
next point.
Sorry. let's talk about the album. Then. The album we're recording at the moment.
Yeah.
We have finished we're about halfway through, 60%.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of. We were thinking of just doing it on our own label, but we've got a lot of interest, bizarrely, from some major record labels, which is very odd for us because we've
That
always
never happens.
We've always been independent.
Yeah.
Major labels have never really approached us, but on these tracks they are. So that's weird. So we're talking with them, but we still may do it independently. We're not sure. We haven't decided.
Yeah.
But we're very happy with the tracks, and the writing's going well, and we're enjoying it. Yeah, it's
And
fun.
we were doing all the photos for the book this afternoon. Going through all the old family photos, yeah.
Okay. You write the songs, or you
Yes.
both write the songs, or some?
Yes, we both write the songs that make the whole world sing,
Okay.
Yes.
So
What we tend
or something.
what
What we
comes
tend
first,
to
the
do-
music or the lyrics?
Depends on the song. With sometimes it's just a title. So with "Don't Talk, Just Kiss," that came
That's
first.
the title.
"I'm Too Sexy" was just a title.
You're My Mate. The
"You're
lyric
My Mate," the lyric.
came with the melody, didn't it?
Oh, it came with them. Yes, it did. Yeah, it
So it
did.
depends on the song. Stand Up both came together.
Yeah,
But what tends to happen is we write, but we also then end up writing with a third person because we aren't that good at finishing. Sometimes we need another opinion. So we'll get a lot of the work done, and then we will work with someone else, and we finish it off, and they help us put it in perspective. So most of our songwriting is co-writes.
yeah, yeah. We co-write with other people.
Yeah.
Although we have just written a song with just the two of us,
Okay.
which I think is blindingly brilliant.
So we're very happy.
So I'm really happy with it. Yeah, yeah.
And it will be on the new album.
It will
Yes,
be
it
on the
will.
new album. Yes,
Yes.
it's
Do
a
you
real
already
sing-
have a title for the new album?
No.
No, we don't. Not
No.
yet. No, no.
Okay.
We're thinking on it.
And it will be released next year.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we're not sure. One of the record companies also have a book publishing section, so they like the idea of the album and the book being released together.
Yeah.
So so we don't know if it's going to be spring or summer. We're not quite sure.
Yeah.
And the book will be your autobiography.
Yes,
Well, so yes, just lots of snaps. We don't want too much writing.
more of a scrapbook.
More like a script. It's just I know what I'm like. I mean, if I'm a huge fan of I don't know David Bowie, but I just can't be bothered to read about him. I don't care. I love him and the music, and that's it. I would be interested in lots of pictures.
Yeah.
So what we've tried to do with the book is not bore people with too much writing, but just have loads of pictures.
Okay, so like the book, the autobiography from Conchita Wurst, which is a little bit of writing and a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have stories because
Yeah.
we're
She's hairier than me.
yes.
Yeah, and she's very, very young. She didn't had a long life so
No.
far.
No, that's true.
No, what's quite cool is we've got pictures from our first tour in 1978. So we've got pictures from then
Yeah,
when we were touring with Joy Division.
and suicide.
Yeah, so we've got pictures there. We've got pictures of when I was playing with Bob Dylan and Richard was with David Bowie. And so we've got loads and loads of stuff, all the touring and
But
family
you,
shots
you
before.
survived the 90s. You should have thousands of stories to tell.
Well, yes, we do.
We do have thousands of stories, but we've only got one good one.
Okay, well,
Some of them aren't repeatable. No.
Yeah.
we talk about some stories a little bit later. Because there is also a project you are doing is called Not Too Sexy. It's a campaign or documentary.
Yes.
Yeah, both.
I could not find many infos on the website
okay.
because you wrote on Facebook it will be released soon, and you
Right.
cannot say more. Can you say more
We
now?
can.
No, we can now.
We can
Yes. If there's a website which is nottosexy.com, not NOT2sexy.com. So what the campaign is, it's an awareness campaign for hepatitis, in particularly hepatitis C. And so the campaign is I'm not too sexy to get tested. And we launched it on Hepatitis Day, which was July the 28th.
Yep.
We did lots of press and TV. I think the reach so far, they reckon, is about 90 million people. So that's pretty cool. We're very happy with that. The testing in the UK has gone up. People going to their GPs, people going to their doctors to get tested. It's on the increase.
We got tested.
Yeah, we got tested on the live on the documentary.
Yep.
The documentary is on the website. It's proved to be a really successful campaign. We're hoping to go to Manchester Pride at the end of this month to help run the campaign for Manchester Pride Day. But we don't know if we can make it yet, but we hope to be there.
The reason we did it was because we didn't realise, and I don't think most people realised, how easy it is to become infected with hepatitis C. It's much easier than HIV, much easier than lots of other infectious conditions. And that's why we got on board, because I think there's a lot of ignorance out there. And if you go to clubs or bars or anywhere, I have never personally seen a health warning for hepatitis C, ever. There's lots of stuff for HIV, there's lots of other stuff for gonorrhea or whatever.
Yeah.
But hepatitis C, chlamydia, hepatitis C is invisible. But it's actually quite easy to get, and it can kill you. So it's important that people know.
Yeah.
And that's why we got on board, yeah.
So who had the idea for this campaign? Or who's behind this campaign?
It was a guy called Phil Spalding, who we oh, what's that? Okay, sorry. There's a baby crying. Sorry.
There's a baby crying outside. I'll go and see. Hold on.
Phil Spalding was our bass player for many years, and Phil became hepatitis C positive.
Okay.
So he then he's now recovered, he's cured, he's gone through lots and lots of therapy and tests, and he then approached us last year and said, would you allow us to use I'm not too sexy to get tested as the strapline,
Okay.
as the hashtag. So I said, of course. And then we started talking about it, and Richard and I have got a history of drug use. We injected steroids.
Not me.
Yeah, we injected steroids. We took a lot of recreational drugs. We've had tattoos. I've got tattoos. Richard's got piercings, and so we actually realised that we were possibly quite vulnerable. We'd made ourselves quite vulnerable, and so we became more and more interested in the campaign, and that's why we got involved. And it's been brilliant. It's been a great campaign.
Okay. So what was the website and the hashtag again? So we hear it again.
The hashtag is I'm not too sexy to get tested. That's the hashtag.
Okay.
And the website is not2sexy.com. So that's NOT2sexy.com.
Okay. Good.
And we
But
put those at the bottom.
is a UK campaign or is it
No,
worldwide?
it's global. We've had a lot of interest out of America.
Okay.
And we've had a lot of feedback from Europe, different countries in Europe. So because it went out on some big TV programs 2 weeks ago in the UK,
Okay.
I think, and then it went online with Sky and ITV and all this stuff.
Okay.
And also we've had some help from people like Chris Evans, who's a DJ in the UK, and Roger Daltrey has been very supportive. Ewan McGregor has shown some support, so it's been very good. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so that was the official part. Now
Okay.
we asked our Twitter followers to send us some questions.
Okay.
And, well, I hope you like them. If not, don't
I'm
blame me.
sure we'll love them.
So, Richard, can you name three? I have to read it because, Richard, can you name three things Fred loves but other people hate?
Oh. That other people hate.
Me.
Yeah, you, apart from him. Apart from him, you mean. Three things that Fred loves that other people hate. Fred loves... I know the three things you love, but I'm just trying to think whether other people hate them.
I don't know. That's
What-
an interesting point.
Yes.
What do I like going to the gym. People don't hate that.
No.
Green tea.
Green tea.
I love green tea.
I love green tea.
Lots of people we know hate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love green tea. What else?
Old socks.
You like old socks.
Oh, I like old socks.
Yes.
That's true.
What else? Well, going to the gym. A lot of people hate training. Maybe it's that.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate training. I'll tell you what I do like. I'm a bit of I love face masks, and when you put the mud face mask on and you sit there and do nothing. I love all that stuff. Lots of guys hate that. I don't care. I like all that. It's fun. So that maybe that's it. I mean that's
Yeah.
three.
Should I ask about the old socks or not?
Best not to.
Okay, now is more or less the same question. Fred, can you name three things Richard hates but other people love?
Richard hates football.
Okay.
Yeah.
He hates football. He doesn't really like crowds, which a lot of people do like crowds.
Unless they paid to get in.
Exactly. Yeah, precisely.
I'm joking.
He cycles a lot, but he hates other cyclists because they always go through red lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems to be the easier question.
That was
So,
easy.
Yeah.
You can answer the next question together, or
Okay.
what was your most embarrassing moment?
Professionally or personally?
It's up to you.
Not to us. Professionally, it was when we first went to America, and I had a pair of trousers that were made out of bubble wrap. You know the stuff.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. And they split during the show.
Oh, so you did the Lenny Kravitz on stage.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of, yes. Although in my particular case, I did knock out the entire front row.
Yeah. That lawsuit is still pending.
And that lawsuit is still pending, yeah.
Yeah.
Privately,
Privately,
I don't know really.
I met a girl in a pub. It's a true story. This is years ago, and we agreed that I was going to take her out that night. So I walked round to her house. Actually, no, I drove round. I was driving there. Drove round, knocked on the door. She came to the door with a plate with her food, and she was eating. Had a mouth of food, and she said, "Why don't you piss off? I'm eating." And I was like, "Oh, I was all dressed up and ready to go."
Yeah.
And she said, "Why don't you piss off? I'm eating." Then she kicked the door shut. So that was quite embarrassing. Professionally, yes. I won't say who the artist was, but we were in a green room on a TV show, and an artist was already doing their performance,
I remember.
and we thought they were shit, and we said, "These guys are shit," and the mum and dad
Were
of the
in the green
artist
room.
were in the green room. So that went down really badly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to know the name.
No.
Wait, I don't even remember.
Actually, do you know what?
No,
No, I
In
can't
fact,
remember.
no.
too bad. Whoops.
Yeah, I know.
I think it may have been a talent show winner.
Yeah.
Like not X Factor, but Pop Idol. Maybe something like that. I can't remember.
We're not very good at keeping our mouth shut.
No, not very discreet.
No.
Maybe that's better.
I
So,
think
now we go back a little bit in time. Fred, what was the naughtiest thing Richard has done as a kid?
The naughtiest thing he did as a kid.
Yes.
He used to go missing.
Oh, I did, yes.
He used to go missing. He would just leave home and decide to sleep in a car park, or just sleep on a bench.
Okay.
So so that was. I mean, not so much naughty. It's pretty fucking distressing for our mum and dad. Yeah, he would just disappear, wander off.
I do remember once I fell asleep against the wheel of a car, and the guy who was driving the car didn't see me and just drove off, and I just woke up. Yeah.
Did you read my questions? Because that was the answer for... Yeah, well, okay, and Richard, what was the naughtiest thing Fred has done as a kid?
I think
I know.
one flew stayed out all night.
No, one of the was I was
You robbed the
expelled.
telephone box.
Oh yeah, I robbed a telephone box. Well, I tried to.
Yeah. In the days when it had money in it.
Yeah, but I was banned from a school disco because I'd been expelled. I was quite a naughty school pupil, and I went into the basement and I found the power switch and I turned the power off. So they were having their disco and it went boom, and then I ran away.
Yeah.
You still have contact with your
Old school friend.
school friends, yes.
One or two, but only over email. We see each other about every 5-10 years. Not really, no.
Also, what Fred didn't realise at the time was that power lever was connected to the local hospital.
Shut up.
And
Very naughty, I see.
very naughty, yeah.
Okay,
Case is still pending too.
so I know where the weirdest place have you ever slept was in a car park. So the question is, what's the weirdest place you ever slept?
You.
I slept in a bed with 5 strippers, and I did in I can never remember if it's Houston or Dallas. It was one of them, and I'd met all these girls in the strip bar, and I took them back to my hotel, and I thought I was going to have lots and lots of sex, and I had no sex whatsoever. And what happened was one of them had been beaten up by her boyfriend, and so all they did was have this mass kind of bonding session, and I spent about $1,000 on room service, and that was
That was it.
so that was weird in as much as I had 5 beautiful women all naked, and I didn't have any sex.
Yeah.
That was quite distressing.
I'm so sorry.
It's the saddest story you can imagine, isn't it? Really.
A question you'd like to answer but never been asked in an interview.
Oh. I have never been asked.
Well, we don't get asked a lot about how we play or how long or who we played with, because people still unbelievably think we don't write it and we don't play it for reasons we don't understand. So I suppose I don't get asked about my guitars very much.
No.
And I'm quite knowledgeable about guitars as amps, and I buy and sell them sometimes because I'm quite good at spotting good bargains. So we never get like musician magazines talking to us because they think we're idiots.
Yeah.
So that would be nice. Talk about guitars because I'm actually more knowledgeable than most of the people they speak to.
Okay,
Also,
I promise you I collect and do some research questions about guitars because I don't know anything about guitars.
Don't worry.
And we make another interview with you just about guitars.
Just about
Okay.
guitars. Fred can talk about guitars forever.
Particularly acoustic guitars.
Yeah,
I'm quite good at.
I'm a
We've
very
never been asked.
musical person.
We have never been asked though. Are we happy?
Fuck off.
Have we?
No, but I am.
No, I know. But we've never been asked.
No, people don't ask that.
They don't ask questions like, "Are you happy? Are you content?
Yeah.
Are you grateful for good health?" They never ask the really important questions.
People also, I think people assume happiness goes up and down with your career. And for us, we are happier being an independent, slightly less profile artist than when we first kicked off with I'm Too Sexy. We didn't enjoy it that much. It didn't suit our personalities. So we, although we were very grateful and enjoyed it to a degree, it didn't make us that happy. What made us happy was just writing and doing what we do at the level we do it. That's what makes us happy.
Yeah.
Being left alone, not being told what to do. I can get up every morning and choose what I do. I'm very lucky.
Yes, that's perfect. So, I guess this is not a really serious question. How would you survive the zombie apocalypse?
What I would do is I'd play a boy band record and join in.
What?
I
Which
would try
boy
and spot
band?
which one is Ronan Keating. He's a bit of a zombie, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know how I'd survive. There's a really good film. What's that film? The remake, one of the zombie movies. Really, really good. Can't remember what it is now. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's quite easy, really, because I just think you just have to sort of muck in.
No, they can smell you, can't they?
Can they smell you?
I think they can smell live bodies, can't they?
Can they? Can they smell you?
Yes.
They can certainly smell me. I tell you.
Oh, I don't know.
How would I survive?
By deodorant.
I think I would join a political party and blend in with all the other zombies.
Yes.
That's probably the best thing to do. Become a politician.
Yeah, become a politician.
Okay. Sorry. So the last question is, any crazy fan moments? I'm sure you have a lot, or you had a lot.
We have a lot. We had one lady who was covered in tattoos all about us, but she sent us a very, very heavy porno video of herself and a man, and she had tied this man up, and she started to do some really horrific things to this guy. I mean, I've seen, like most people.
I was trying to eat my lunch.
Yeah, we was
trying to eat my lunch.
We were with our press people, and it was just lunchtime, and videos come in. This is the days of VHS, so we put this thing on, and we all just went, "What the fuck is this?" And this woman was doing some really unpleasant things to this guy, and he had the leather mask on with the zip, and he was tied up.
Tell them what I was wearing.
and he was chained up to a pipe above him. We had a mother bring her daughter to us. The daughter was 14, and she said, "My daughter's becoming quite sexually active. I want Right Said Fred to be the first people she has sex with." So that was pretty. That was in
Japan.
No, that was in Austria.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Austria.
Oh, it was Japan. We had one lady who kept sending Valentine's cards to me, when the band first broke, and we were told never to respond. You don't get into a conversation when this happens. So I never did. Then the next thing I got was a Valentine's card with a heart on it that was torn in half, and it was just, "You've broken my heart," blah blah blah. And then we used to work at a gym, and one day a huge rice pudding arrived, but it had lots of bits of broken glass in it. Mm-hmm. So obviously, if you'd eaten it, it would have cut you to pieces. So we've had, there are some.
Been stalked quite a lot.
Some weird people.
Quite a few stalkers.
Not so funny.
No, it's not.
I didn't like it. I like being left alone. I'm not really.
We used to have these two girls fly in from Belgium to come and watch us train in the gym. They would just stand outside the gym. They'd never say anything. And they were both goth.
They were
goth girls. We thought this was kind of weird for them. So they would fly in now and again and watch us train. Just, odd things. Kind of people people just appearing on your doorstep. They find out where you live. And
singing through the letterbox.
Yeah, still the ones we told you.
What it is, it's exciting when it first happens. When it first happens, it's really exciting, and then after a while, it can become a little bit scary. Mm-hmm. And also, occasionally, I remember we were in France once, and we've never sold any records in France ever. We've never sold a record in France, and we were standing in Paris somewhere, and a whole bunch of schoolgirls started running towards us. And I said to Fred, "Oh my God, we must be selling records in France at long last." Turns out all the girls were English. We still don't sell records in France.
Okay, well, but I don't get it. Two goth girls?
Yes.
And they listen to your music?
Yes.
I don't know. We have no idea.
Strange.
Yeah. They did not fit the profile.
No.
You're absolutely right.
No. It was very odd. Yeah.
So, that's it.
Okay.
I'm done with my questions.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Do you live in the old part of Cologne or the new part? Are you down by anywhere near the river?
Well, Cologne is not very big.
No.
I live not in the old town of Cologne.
Okay.
But it's only 5 minutes to walk.
Because the old town is lovely. Down by the river is really nice.
Yes, it's very beautiful. Cologne is really small, so you can walk everywhere within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I
There's
love
an
it.
excellent sauna there too.
Which one?
I'm not going to tell you.
Actually, I'll tell you,
Maybe it doesn't exist anymore because they changed a lot in the last
we went to
past few years.
this mad brothel where it was like
In Cologne?
Yeah, it was like an office block, and it was called Paradiso or Paradiso. Can't remember now. That was definitely in Cologne. But also in Cologne, there's Ehrenstrasse. They used to have some very good shops on it.
I know. It's
Yeah.
across the street from where I live.
Oh, right.
okay.
I know where you are, though. I know
Yes,
where, yeah.
but what year was it? Because in the last year it changed a lot.
It has changed. We were there. We went there last year. We were in Cologne last year, and the shops weren't as good. So it was about
Not
3 years
anymore.
before that
Yeah.
we went there. We used to shop there a lot, all through the 90s and early 2000s.
Good
But-
place for glasses. You've got
Yes.
some great optical shops, glasses.
Yeah, they are still 2, 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like
But
Cologne.
Cologne is not the same like 10, 15 years ago, but
No.
No, I'm sure. I'm
it's
sure.
still nice. So what are you doing next?
Next, we're in the studio
Tomorrow?
tomorrow afternoon. We're in the not tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow all day. Wednesday all day. Then Thursday. We're in Berlin for a TV show. Then Friday I fly back to Barcelona. Then I come back in again to London. A couple of weeks later, and then we're just in the studio for a couple of months.
Okay, so no plans to come to Cologne.
Not yet.
Not at the moment, no.
Not unless that sauna's still open.
You don't tell me the name, so
I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name.
Was there an outdoor pool?
No, it's around the back. It's round the. There was a hotel called the Dorint, and it's round the back of the Dorint Hotel. Well, on the other side of the street.
Okay.
And it had a long name, and it's got an outdoor pool. It had a big outdoor pool.
Yes.
Swimming.
Well, it still exists. It
It's-
just has
yeah, I'm
another
sure
name right now.
Right. Okay. It was reckoned to be the most beautiful sauna in Europe. That's what
I was there once years ago.
Okay.
No, I was there last year for a swimwear photo shoot. Yes, of course.
Okay. They have
Okay.
big parties there, and
Yes,
you can.
yes.
It's very nice. Beautiful place.
It still exists.
Well, there you
So-
go. I thought it would. It was too good to go.
You can come back to Cologne,
Thank you.
and you will find
That's
a guitar shop.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, in fact, there is a good music shop in Cologne. I've been there before. Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Okay.
Derek.
Enjoy
Thanks.
your evening. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Have a wonderful
too.
evening. You too.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye bye.
Bye, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.